Hi, it's Aneta here from Aneta I Yoga Studio and Wellness. Today is Monday, 19th of March, day number 78 of the Wisdom of Daily Practice project. And so I'm shifting today from doing my little vlogs and these little videos from my group that I started on the 1st of January 2018 to this website, my website. And there is a little reason for that, because I started the group and initially it was really busy and buzzing and people talking about it. And as the time progressed, obviously people got busy with their lives, and so the interaction wasn't really that busy. And so part of my daily practice is to actually do quite a lot of psychological inner inquiry. And because I have been doing my practice every single day, really things come up really quickly, and so I'm able to really notice through somatic experiencing what's going on for me, what is really going on, what are the feelings, what are the beliefs, what comes up, and kind of being able to process it. And so part of it is exactly that I chose to shift, to create a little bit more flow for myself, for this project, for people who are in the group. There are lots of groups out there. I don't want to take people's time. And so decided that this will be, on this page, will be more available to larger group of people that maybe don't want to join a group, but would like to still hear those little, or listen and watch those little videos. And so day number 78 of showing up on my mat and showing up for myself on a daily basis. And really interesting, because part of my practice is to create a bit more flow, create more ease and fluidity, not just clarity, but also the flow. And it's a very, very basic thing about life, that life flows, and that from day to day we might feel in a different way. And how do we show up for ourselves when maybe one day we feel really great, the other day we feel really low? And one of the things that I really practice and that I encourage my clients to practice is that we respond from that space of loving kindness to ourselves, that we respond in a way that is appropriate within the moment in time. And it's that kind of, it comes from something that I've done many, many years ago as a part of my NLP training, which I've done quite a lot years ago. And that was about systems thinking, about really understanding that we exist in the systems, that we are one big system, and that everything around us, our life, the relationships that we have with others, are the system as well. And so when I show up on my mat, it's about checking in within my system, body, emotions, mind, energy levels, my breath, one whole system that I am. And then also within the larger perspective of, I'm part of the system. My partner was quite ill on Saturday, that affected how I was. It was snowing through the whole weekend, it was quite cold. That affected the choices that I was making. And obviously Sunday morning practice as well was affected by those two factors. And so really thinking slightly bigger about the systems and what we need in that moment, and responding to it appropriately, rather than pushing just through with the sheer will, sheer power of our mind and the force. And that goes also for being positive or negative. I find that this, the positive movement, positive thoughts are so important, and don't take me wrong, it's really important. But when I feel low, when I feel negative, when I feel hurt, when I feel confused, I know that for me, the worst thing is to try to be positive, look on the bright side, no, because that comes from the mind. If I allow myself to sink in, check in with myself, what is really going on? What's underneath that? That's where the power is, that's where the wisdom is. And so, for example, with regards to shifting, also these little videos to more open space on my business page. You know, there was a thing that what I realized initially, the idea was for me to do the videos every single day. But what I realized was that some days when I showed up for myself and I did some practice and then I did some inner inquiry, the last thing that I wanted was to actually switch on the camera and start talking in a very open space, you know, for people to see me. Sometimes I needed the time in silence a bit more. Sometimes I felt that I needed more self-soothing. Sometimes I was busy and I needed to respond to something else and I couldn't really show up for those videos fully. And so the fluidity, you know, my way of responding to it is really just, I'm not gonna do the video. Right now is not the right time. And for me, that feels appropriate. And so acknowledging that a little bit more for myself creates again a bit more flow, a bit more ease. And so I will be showing up, but maybe not every single day with the video. Maybe some days, you know, like on my page, I will post some words, some reflections, some pictures, and for me that will be still showing up and interacting. And those videos are also on the website, on my website, as a part of the blog. And so that fluidity, just like with the daily practice, not always I will do a lot of asana work, not always it will be dynamic, not always it will be yin, not always I will practice lots of pranayama, not always I will do standing poses, not always I will do somatic movement, not always, you know, all of that fluidity, flow and ease and clarity that comes from really showing up for myself and responding to it fully. And so I hope that makes sense. And partially it's also coming from the perspective that I now have more one-to-one sessions each week than I teach the classes. And so with the one-to-ones, you know, there is a different dynamic that I work with people. And I'm working again with my yoga wellness coaching program, that bespoke program, which takes a lot of focus, a lot of kind of support. And so and a lot of thought behind it to actually support somebody in an appropriate way. And so I need that space. And sometimes the silence after my morning practice is the thing that I need the most. And so I hope you're doing really well with your practice. And I will be continuing with the Wisdom of Daily Practice on this page. If you'd like to watch the other videos and you weren't the part of the group, you can always go to my website, www.anettai.co.uk, under the blog, daily blog, or you can watch them in the group. There will be archived today, the Wisdom of Daily Practice 2018 with Aneta Idczak. And I wish you a really wonderful day today, Monday. Take care of yourself and let me know what you think. I always love to hear your comments about your daily practice, how you show up for yourself, how you're getting on. We're almost at the end of March. We're just about to shift officially into spring. And so our energies will be shifting more and more. So it's always good to know how those changes affect you. And I really wish you a really wonderful day. Namaste.